I'm gonna make some bath bombs today. Maybe. It's really rainy outside, which usually in certain climates that can be a huge disaster for bath bombs, but once you make them for a really long time, you know what percentages of liquids and oils you need without having to worry about humidity. And the humidity has been super, super low all winter, so I've really struggled with low humidity instead of high humidity. And then in the summer, you end up struggling with high humidity. I'm going to use some new molds today. I got some of these, what are they called? Like a hollow bomb. There's like a base, and then there's a top, and then there's like a bath bomb topper cork thing. And then you fill them with any kind of powder. I think I'm going to use some Cocoa Pops, which is, it makes that crackling, popping noise in the water, but it's also cocoa butter. So it's going to be really, really good for your skin. So I'm going to use that in like a bath salt mixture with a little bit of bubble and color to it. So this is going to be fun if I can get it to work. Like I said, I literally just got these molds today and I have no idea what I'm doing. I also got these brand new lakes in from Muddy Soap Co. today. I got a bunch of them, but this one is Strawberry Punch Lake and Island Paradise Lake, which I thought they had such a really good assortment of colors. I was really excited to get these in, because then it saves me from having to mix my own and trying to be precise every time. So let me get my liquids in here. I'm going to use just a little bit of extra oil. Yeah, I use quite a bit of oil in mine. I think these molds are going to need a little bit of extra oil in them. And I'm going to use a fragrance today called Beach. Because I think we could all use a little bit of the beach right now. Okay, there's that. Now normally if I'm just doing a one color batch, I would do, I would put the lake in before I put the liquids in, and I would mix them into the powders. However, I am today doing two separate colors. I'm going to make the base and the cork one color, and I'm going to make the top another color. So I'm going to go ahead and, whoops, oh gee whiz. Well, that's par for the course, making a mess here, because that's all I've done all day is make messes. I even dropped a heavy scale across my bare left foot this morning, or this afternoon, I guess. You want to talk about hurt? Good God, it went right across all of the knuckles on my toes. Okay, so we have that kind of mixed up. Got a nice consistency to that yet. We haven't added the liquid. I will add, or the water. I'll add the water after I get the color on in each bucket. So let's see here. I'm gonna take, and as you can see, I'm really big about measurements. Now my hands have been sanitized. I don't wear gloves. I can't wear gloves. That's why I don't wear gloves. But I do take proper sanitary precautions. Okay. Well, this is just a test, so we don't have to be precise on how much we've got here. So let's do this. All right, now we're going to make one bucket, Now this one I said before, I think I told you what color it is called Island Paradise. Ooh. See how much color that gives us. Like I said, this is the first I've used these colorants, so I don't know how potent they are. This is a lake. I love to use dyes, water-soluble dyes in lakes. They give good watercolors. Boy, that gave a good color there. That mixed in good. I like it. I do like it. She's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. I love it. I don't know if you can see how pretty the color is, but it is a really beautiful teal kind of color almost. I don't know, but I love it. Okay. Now, let me take my hands off a bit here. The problem with not wearing gloves is that I constantly walk around town with stained hands, but it is what it is. Okay. And yes, I make a mess. I'm a messy soaper. I'm a messy, let's see here. That looks good. Huh. I'm a messy soaper. I'm a messy bath bomber. But I get the job done. This one is called Strawberry Punch. And wow, I may be hooked on these lakes. I don't normally buy mixed lakes. I usually get the primaries and make my own. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Good job, Muddy Soap Co. I think these are Seraphina. I think we get, yeah, it's Seraphinas. And I get them through Muddy Soap Co. But I think I might be ordering bigger packs of these because this is gorgeous. I know my camera is not picking up the beauty of this color, but it literally is a freaking beautiful coral type color. Wow. I am impressed. Okay, so we've got our colors. Now after we do that, that's when I get my water in. And again, with the water, I go by feel. I don't do any. I measure really good my oils, my all my powder ingredients, but everything else goes by feel. And if you're a bath bomb maker, you know what I mean. Certain days you might need 1 spray of water, and other days you might need 15. Oh yeah, that's a good consistency. I think that's gonna hold real well. So, wipe my hands off again. And let's get some I think these two colors are going to be absolutely gorgeous together. They kind of remind you of like mermaid type colors, which with the scent beach, and yeah, that's good. So once I get these to the exact feel I want them to be, I'll start molding them. Okay, this is the way I like it. I've not used these molds before, so I'm not going to promise that the molds are going to like it, but I hope they do. Okay, I'm going to scoot these over here a bit. I've got to find a spot to put my pan. Sorry, I should have probably prepped all of this stuff before I started the video, but hindsight's always 20/20, isn't it? Pans are looking a little rough for wear these days, but they do the job. Let's see if I can move some stuff out of the way. Okay. There we have it. Okay, guys. So let's do the tops with the coral. And I'm going to put a little cyclomethicone on these because I'm just not sure if they're going to be the kind that stick or not. So I'm going to take the precaution. Sorry guys, like I said, if I would have really thought about what I was doing before I started, I may have done a little better prep work. Okay, so from watching the videos, it looks like you get it in there, give it a little overfill. I don't know how you, maybe I put too much in it. Yeah, I think I did. Okay, let's, I'm gonna put a little less in it this time. Let's put like that much. Let's see how well this works. I'm sure these molds are going to be a learning curve. And I know for me, they're not going to be super easy because I only have the use of my one hand. But I'm just kind of pushing it down. Okay, we're going to take the top off. Can't tell if I did a good job or not. Ha! Okay, so I'm thinking I don't know. Oh, look at me, I did it. You can tell I'm totally in awe of myself here. Okay, so hopefully this stays together. I feel like it will. I don't know if you're supposed to. I would imagine that's the way you do it. Okay, so now let's try a base. Let's try a base. So this is going to be bottom piece. Okay, so again, we're going to put our mix in. I'm going to fill it to just to the top and see how. Okay, now I'm going to press this down. And I'm making sure I press good around, like I'm kind of, because I feel like you definitely have to make sure you're pressing good around this area. So you can see there's a, let's see how this works. Look at me go. Okay, this is fun. I figured I was gonna make a mess and it was just gonna be more of a comedy show, but sometimes I amaze myself. Okay. I think the cyclomethicone is definitely a good thing too. Okay, so now this is the one I have no idea what I'm doing here. Let's see here. Oh, I think you're supposed to put it, see? Okay, fill it. Maybe overfill it a little, because the topper is little, so you're going to want it to be really good and sturdy, you know what I mean? Trying to find something to knock this with. I don't have my spoons over here yet. Oops. I'm just going to try to wiggle it up because, oh, here we go. Oh, whoops. So I think what I needed to do is I think these definitely need tapped in order to get the mix out well. So I'm gonna need to find something. I spoke too soon, didn't I? I jinxed myself is what I did. Okay, let's put that in. Oh, upside down. I spoke too soon about my success. Okay, so we got that pressed. Let's get it pushed out. Okay, now I need, let me use my, oh, I broke the edge off. Okay. Let's see here what happens. Yeah, there. I got the top off. Let's see. I did it! Woohoo! And I did hear people say the toppers were harder, and now I understand. I'm gonna go ahead and do another topper since I have the mold right here. I'm excited about these. I've been seeing them, and I thought, you know what? I gotta do it. So what you'll do is when they're dry, you'll turn this one over, and it'll have the hollow part. You'll adhere this piece to that piece, you'll fill it, and then you put the cork on the top. Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to do this one without breaking the edge. A few more taps. Love taps. Got it. Got it. Oh. Put that piece back on and try to get the got it. I had it perfect, and then I knocked the edge slightly again. Okay, so there's two of those. So I need to make another base. I'm excited about how well these are coming along. I honestly expected to have a lot more trouble, even though the cork's given me a tiny little bit of trouble, but I wouldn't even call that real trouble. You know what I mean? That's just learning the curve of these things. So let's get one of the tops made. I feel like the mix is a pretty good consistency for these molds. And no, I don't feel comfortable giving out my recipe. That's something I worked on for so many years. I mean, I've been doing this for 5 years now, and I've had, just like everybody else, tons and tons and tons of failure along the way. But that's how you learn. And everyone's got to learn. See, it looks like this could use more up here. Let's see if we can just add and keep pushing. Actually, I feel like maybe I just didn't have that pressed in far enough in the beginning. I think I'm using too much mix still. I'm gonna try, that's gonna hold together, but I'm gonna put a little more cyclomethicone in there too. Thinking back now, I did watch a video, it's been days ago though. I think they were saying maybe to overpack the edges and not so much the midsection. So let me try that. Crack that one a little, but I know how to fix little cracks, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. So we're going to leave it. Let's make another one. Actually, I'm going to put one more squirts in here. And who knows, maybe I'm doing this all completely wrong. I'll watch the videos again later. I was just too excited. I wanted to get out here and get to playing, and I didn't go over and watch the videos again. But like I said, I mean, I feel like this is not failing. I'm getting them made. And the colors are gorgeous. I'm really excited about the colors. Yikes! So you can tell I didn't have quite enough mix in the side of that. So let's see if we can, well, we'll scoop that up in a bit here. I think I'm going to add a little bit more oil. Let's see how that works. I love that beachy smell. Especially right now when I'm kind of mourning for the beach. I think a lot of people are. Yeah, I think these molds are going to be very successful. I'm really, really pleased with it. And when I learn how to actually properly use it, I'll probably like it even more. There we go. Got that one in. All right, let's go ahead, because we're making all the bases this color. And I think it is working a little bit better by packing out those edges better than the middle, leaving the middle a little bit hollow. But like I said, I'll go back and I will watch the how-to videos later. I'm about like a man, you know, you don't stop and ask for instructions or directions until you're so lost you can barely figure out who you are. That's me. Broke it. But it's just a little crack, a little hairline crack there that can totally, I don't know, oh shoot, I'm kind of out of shot for you. That one had a tiny crack, but I fixed it. And you can totally fix a bath bomb that kind of gets broken in the process. Even after they're dried, if they're dried and say you're you know, painting them or whatever, you can, and you break a little chunk or whatever, most of the time you can reattach. I hate that you guys can't really see what I'm doing here, but I can't really get it any closer because my pan is kind of big and clunky there and in the way. Yay! So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tops. We have 3. We need 5 bases. So it looks like we should get 5 whole bath bombs out of my normal batch. But if I maybe would have split my powders better, I probably could have got probably another whole bomb, but we'll see. I'm just excited these have worked so well for me. Okay, so one more of these. I hope my video doesn't cut out. I know my phone was not charged very well when I started this. I think my customers will really like these. Ha! Every base came out completely perfect. Now let's mess with these fiddly old innards. Here. Yeah, I can definitely get another whole bomb out of the leftover mix. Funny thing is, the middle or the bottom part with the cork in it is coming off extremely well. It's the little top that was slightly sticking. Ha! Perfect. Actually, it's got a little crack, but so that's fixed. Okay. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 2 more of these. I hope I don't bore anybody too badly. I've always wanted to do some videos of my work, but I never really had the workspace, and I'm just now kind of getting out here into my building, into my own space. I still have a lot of work to do. As you can see, it's nowhere near being done, but at least it's not in my house, and I'm able to work out here without the noise and the interruptions, and so it's hopefully I can do a lot more with videos and such. And this would be much easier to get off for somebody who doesn't have a gimpy hand. That's the only reason I'm having a little bit of a struggle here, but I'm used to that, so no biggie. One more, and then I will come back after I make the middle part and the contents for the middle, and show you guys that, and then hopefully I'll also be able to do a demo of these in action, and I will video that for you guys too. My bath bombs here in my climate usually take, sometimes they take only a day to harden, but other times they take longer. I've had bombs take 2 to 3 days sometimes, but they do harden well. And you know, they float. These I'm not worried about floating because they're hollow in the middle, so they're probably, number one, going to float anyway, and number two, it's almost just a, you know, like a casing for what's in the middle. So the show is going to be really what's in the middle. I broke a little piece of that top off, so I'm going to redo it. You definitely have to keep your mix kind of moist. I love that word. People hate it. I love it. I love it. All right. Here we go. One more, big guy. You can do it. But I gotta say, I definitely recommend this mold. I have one that's a, kind of an octagon too, so I'm gonna try it as well. Not tonight, but maybe tomorrow. You jerk. It's always the last one that's going to give you trouble. And maybe it's because, oh, I know, I haven't been putting my... Let's see if this makes a difference. I have a feeling it does. I already had that loose. There, haha. I sounded like my little grandson Lincoln there. That's how he laughs. His maniacal laugh. Okay, guys, this is probably going to take me 10,000 hours to upload since I've taken my good sweet time. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And I'll bring you back and show you when I fill the centers after they're dry. And then we'll do a demo. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, kids, we're going to finish up these bath bombs, the Bombshell bath bombs that I started yesterday. I'm still half asleep. Lord only knows how this is going to turn out, but we're going to give it a go. Again, this is my first time doing these. I'm going to put the base and the top together. We're going to make the inside crumbly stuff we're going to put in them. I'm kind of winging it, so bear with me. Let me see if I can get you guys where you need to be. Yeah, that gives you a good view. Okay, the first thing that we have in here is just, this is some crumbled embeds. So it's what I normally use for my embeds. I added a little bit of fragrance to it. Like I said yesterday, we're going to put some cocoa butter Cocoa Pops in here. And I'm kind of just going to go by look and feel with everything. I'm not going to measure anything out. It's not necessary in this application. I don't even know if I'm making enough to fill them all, but we will see. This is kind of a trial run. Let's just call it. So that was the Cocoa Pops. Let's add in a good big scoop of pink Himalayan salt just because I love it. Now we're going to add in some extra large bath crystals. And I'm going to do a couple scoops of those because I really like them. I'm going to get this all mixed up. That's going to be pretty cool. I'm not going to put any liquid. I don't want this clumping together. So I'm not going to put any oils. I'm not going to put any extra liquids in it. There's enough oils in the bath bombs. And I think that might be enough to fill 7. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to set that aside for now. That's going to give some fun color pop to the water too. Okay, let's move it out of the way. Okay, now here I just have some melted cocoa butter. It's just melted cocoa butter. I put a tiny little bit of the Island Paradise Lake in here for color because we're going to use that to kind of glue our pieces together. Now I'm going to add some baking soda to it. This makes an excellent bath bomb glue. So let's see here. Let's put a little in at a time. We'll get it to the consistency that we want it to be. Which I'm going to get it to the consistency that also I would use normally for making a drizzle. Let's do a little thick or a little thin. So I kind of just want to dip it in and stick them together. A dipstick, if you will. Let me crack myself up. Okay, we're almost there. Yes. See how that thickens it up but doesn't. Maybe just a tad more. And if you don't want it to like drizzle down your balm at all, you could even make it, you know, thicker. This part's totally up to you when you are creating. And I think the best way to do this is going to be, now here's where it's going to probably get interesting. So I'm going to pour some onto here. And then, now y'all bear with me here. I'm just going to dip it in that. I'm going to turn it over here. I'm going to go ahead and put some of these beautiful crumbles inside. I'm going to keep them away from the edge. And then we're going to take a top piece and we're going to dip it, and then we're just going to stick these bad boys together. And that's going to work perfectly. It's going to work perfectly. That's awesome. Oh, I hope you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. Hang on. Guys, people who make these videos, this isn't easy because you have to think about everything. So here it is. I've stuck it together with my beautiful cocoa butter mixture. The inside is filled, as you can see. And then our topper fits right on top. Oh my God, I love it. You guys, look. Now these are a good size bath bomb. So you're getting, you know, you're getting your bath bomb. You've got your cork bath bomb. You've got your cocoa butter, popping, fizzing, bubbling, coloring stuff inside. You've got that cocoa butter that'll go into your bath around the edge. I mean, this is awesome. Okay, guys, I'm going to finish putting these together. And I'm not going to video it because it's just going to bore you guys completely to death. And this video is really long. But here they are. Yay! I'm so happy with these guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. Thank you.
A bear? Oh, bear.
You hear it snapping and crackling?
Yeah.